The Tuttio Soleil 01. Statistically one of the most popular e-bikes ever made, with a massive community of thousands and thousands of riders, including all your favorite YouTubers like Saronster, Zay Solus, and even Feed and Fix. It's no question Tuttio has built one of the best names for themselves over the last couple of years. But in today's video, I had a question. Why does nobody talk about Tuttio's other products? Why aren't there other bikes just as hyped up as the Tuttio Soleil 01? Because after doing a deep dive, I noticed Tuttio sells a 60 volt 4000 watt beast with a top speed of 50 miles per hour. So with no hesitation, I clicked that buy now button, and here we are today unboxing the Tuttio ICT, which was honestly all around one of the easiest unboxings ever. And as long as you know how to read, the assembly honestly shouldn't take longer than about an hour. So we finally managed to get it set up, and we had our final few finishing touches. We put that chain on and we pumped up that rear tire, and we were ready to rip. Alrighty boys, first ride on the Tuttio ICT. First test we're gonna do is go ahead and launch a hill climb. So let's go ahead and pin it. And wow, it looks like the Tuttio ICT is clearing this no problem whatsoever. And guys, we have a ton of testing that we're actually gonna do on this bike today. And all I gotta say right from the get-go, this bike has so much power. And I am proud to say, I am literally probably one of the first YouTubers to get this bike on hand and do a nice little review video for you guys. I haven't seen Saronster, I haven't seen Zay Solus, Feed and Fix, Zeekster, any of these big YouTubers do a review on the Tuttio ICT. So I wanted to be one of the first because the Tuttio Soleil 01, the Tuttio that is very, very famous now, it kind of started the pit bike trend. It got Yasma to kind of, you know, go after them and give them some competition. The Soleil absolutely killed it and was one of the most popular brands, and I feel like I see them everywhere. But today we have the ICT, so from Tuttio, and we're gonna see how this thing performs. First of all, from the get-go, we have a nice full twist throttle, we have a gear system, and we have ignition on the right-hand side. Now, this is a hub drive motor. You have your horn on the left-hand side, your brights, and then your mode levels. You guys already know me, we are in mode 5, and one of the first things we are going to have to test is this 0 to 50. So let's go ahead, get my helmet on, get this bike set up, and see how fast this bike can hit a 0 to 50 in, and what the actual top speed is. All right, boys, this bike has a 60 volt battery, so similar to a Suron. We'll see how quick the 0 to 50 is on this bike, but we are on half a battery, so let's see how fast we can hit. We're gonna have a timer set up, and let's pin it in 3, 2, 1. We are fully pinned, lots of torque off the start, 20 miles an hour, right off the get-go, 30 miles an hour. How long does it take to hit 50 miles an hour, 35 miles an hour? I'm gonna get a little flyby for you guys. 42 miles an hour. And it looks like we top out right around 42 miles an hour with a little bit of some speed wobbles. And wow, this bike is so fast. 42 miles an hour on the Tuttio ICT, a bike that is under $2,000. Guys, keep in mind, a Suron goes 45 miles an hour, and we got bikes that are $1,800 doing 42 miles an hour, basically Suron speed. Now this is wheeliable, and I have seen people stunt these. I've seen people do some crazy sends. I'm gonna leave some screen recordings up here. You could definitely go off-roading on this. I haven't personally been off-roading just because I live in Chicago and there isn't too many off-roading spots around here, but this bike definitely has potential. Now, getting into some of these specs on the Tuttio ICT, as you can see, you are greeted with some off-road / on-road tires. So you can definitely go off-roading on this beast. And as you can see, you have a nice set of front forks, very, very durable. Now, if you are a taller rider, this is going to be perfect for you. For example, I am 6'1", and this bike fits me very, very comfortable. You have a very futuristic design. Now, this battery is removable. You're also greeted with a nice back shock. You got the ICT logoing all around the bike, and you do have pedals, so it helps with the street legality on this thing. And of course, you have your brake light, you have your front and back fenders, and everything kind of just aligns very, very nicely. Now, heading into the cockpit, as you can see, you have some very, very nice .4 style brakes. You have a nice screen in the middle here, which shows your battery percentage, your mode level, and the mileage on the bike. On the left-hand side, you have your brights, which turn the light on and off. And of course, you got that horn. So as cops have been, cracking down on laws, especially on Surons and E-Ride Pros and Talarias, these are the type of bikes that I feel like are going to absolutely take over the market. So this was a smart move from Tuttio. They had the Soleil 01, which did absolutely crazy for them. And now they have almost like a street legal undercover type style of a bike. Like when you look at it, it doesn't look too crazy fast. But when you hop on it and you're doing 45, 50 miles an hour, that's a different story. So this bike is definitely very, very solid, and was definitely a smart marketing and just business move from Tuttio in general. Definitely a reliable brand and something I do recommend. Me personally, I never got to review the Tuttio, but I got to review the Yasma, I got to review the Vipco, and I'm assuming it's very, very similar build, at least for the most part. Someone in the comments, let me know down below if you have ridden the Yasma and you have ridden the Tuttio. But this bike does tend to speed wobble a lot. I notice when I do hit bumps and I am at higher speeds, this bike starts speed wobbling like crazy, which is something I don't like. Sometimes I do like to have one hand off the bike, whether you're, have a drink in your hand or you're setting directions. It's nice to have one hand off at times. So the fact that this bike speed wobbles sometimes is but the nice thing is it has risers. It fits you very nicely if you are a taller rider, so someone like me. And this was the hill climb that we did earlier. I hope the video does its justice, because guys, this is so steep. Like, take a look at this. Both brakes are almost fully in. Very, very steep hill. I've done this a ton of times on the Surons and stuff, and I'm telling you, even Surons sometimes struggle a little on those hill climbs. Now, I know for the Tuttio Soleil 01, a lot of you guys have figured out a way to mod it out, whether it's putting on Suron battery, Suron controllers, which makes the bike way, way faster. I don't know if there are any aftermarket mods quite yet. Let's see if there's any trails out here out back. This is about the most trails I will get out here in Chicago. Let's go ahead and try to rip a little wheelie. So we are at about 5 miles an hour right now. Let's go ahead and see if this thing has enough power. Okay, not too shabby. So it definitely has some power. Oh, not too shabby at all. It actually does pick up quite nice because you can use that back shock to your advantage and kind of pop yourself up with your body. Let's go ahead and try from a lower speed, maybe like 3 miles an hour. As someone who wheelies a lot of Surons, dirt bikes, gas bikes, all that stuff, I wouldn't recommend this for a wheelie bike just because the throttle response is kind of delayed. And I honestly kind of expected that, especially with a hub drive motor, if you get what I'm saying, because hub drive motor bikes are very, very hard to wheelie, and I haven't gotten a lot of bikes in the past that are hub drive motor and wheelie very, very well. If you're looking for wheelies, you're better off getting something with a mid drive motor, something like a Suron, something like a Yasma, if you want to be stunting it and doing a ton of wheelies. Now, getting into off-road, I have seen so many people stunt this thing. I've seen people hit some crazy, crazy gaps, and I mean, this thing gets up to speed very, very quickly. By no means is this a slow bike, but this thing can definitely hold up in the dirt. It's already got the knobby tires, it has the full suspension, and by no means is this bad suspension. Take a look at how big these front forks are. Very, very similar to Sur-Ron forks, so this will hold up very, very nice if you do want to off-road. So that's pretty much going to conclude today's video. I'm going to leave the Tuttio ICT link down below. Honestly, a banger of a bike for the price. Now, if you are in the Chicagoland area and you do want to ride, please leave a comment down below. I literally have no one to ride with out here, so leave a comment down below. Let me know if there's any word, any ride outs, anything happening around here. And finally, let me know if there's any other e-bikes you guys want me to review, and we will catch you guys in the next one. Peace and subscribe.